Yes, there should be an echo because I need to turn one of these sounds off for now. Let's make it this one. No, it's not YouTube Live. That's simple. I'm trying to incorporate YouTube Live with an OBS trading software, 2 different trading platforms, a chat room, and 2 cameras, all connected. 2 microphones as well. So I'm getting complicated on purpose. But that's what I do. All right, so now, do you see a live link somewhere?
I see one live link.
On YouTube.
Futures analyst, YouTube futures analyst. There's the live link right there. It's only that. That should go for it, and it's our chat.
All right. Now, what happens when you click on it? So all you're seeing is my desktop, and no chat room ever got created by YouTube.
No, because I don't see you on YouTube, or I see you on YouTube, but you're full for it.
Okay.
So, like, OBS then?
Right now, everything's going through OBS. I got to figure out how to make the YouTube chat room open as well. So right now, they can see if we're typing in the chat room. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see us typing in the chat room, and you can hear what I'm saying. Right? So if I write test, you can see that on YouTube right now, right?
Yes, on my screen to the right.
You can read the word.
In your chat room that you have in front of your bullhorn.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
You read it. It's a little blurry, but I think I can read it. It's not as clear as everything is yesterday.
So, let me think about this now. How do I get the YouTube chat to come on at the same time? This one's a pickle. How do I get the YouTube chat to come on without running 2 streams at the same time? Let me think about this. There's got to be a way to incorporate all 3 of these things. So it's when you go to YouTube Live, you can have a chat room, but that's got to be part of this broadcast somehow. I'm thinking aloud, kids. Edit. Live control room. Let's go there and see what that is. Edit. Edit. How do I edit this stream? Enable chat somewhere. Let me go to my Go Live and see what's happening there. You can't. Upcoming. There's nothing. Now, is there a chat room here?
Just Miss Lisa here, didn't I?
So again?
I just Miss Lisa in here, didn't I?
I didn't see her in here, but I think I did it.
It smells like her perfume. You think you did it? Okay.
Is there a pop out now? I think I might have done it where I've got a chat as well. Pop out chat. It's been disabled for the live stream. Test. Chat's disabled for this live stream. not getting it, Dano. Why won't the YouTube chat room pop out during this live stream? It does when I do YouTube live without OBS software. All right, let's check the site. How's that little thing going now? We should be able to view this on the site. Hello. Let me mute. Let me mute that. Okay. What's going on? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing. All right, so far I've got it where if you're on YouTube, you can see my quote board. I don't know if you guys can hear me on YouTube because I can't get the darn chat room to open up to tell me that. Can you hear anything over there on YouTube? Yes, there's sound on YouTube. Thank you. That helps. It won't let me enable it. You can hear me on YouTube. Thank you. I've tried to enable this chat. Let me go to optional features. No. Stream options. Enable monetization. Go live. Add stream info. No, that's not going to get me there. Enable my chat. Why won't you let me enable? Super chat. Enable. Damn it. Let's go to advanced settings. Maybe there's something there. Enable live chat. Really? I think I found it. Okay, let's try this again. That's just too easy. It couldn't have been that simple, could it? I'm going to have to stop this stream and start it again. That was just too stupid. It couldn't have worked that easily. Oh, that worked, didn't it?
Hello.
Test. Is there a room somewhere now?
I'm looking right now. So it's still going. I can see the chat over there. There we go. Let's see.
This is called testing, Trader Guy. Did you ever build a system that you tested once and threw your money at? It's called testing, my buddy. Sit tight. I'm going to figure this out first. Dan Tipton can see the chat room. Who else can see the chat room? Now I need to do a pop out. Oh, baby, I got this going now. Who needs you, Dano, huh? All right, so I've got a chat room for the YouTube. I've got a chat room for my Omniacs. Everyone can hear me? What's going on with that?
Can you see me typing to you in YouTube?
Yeah, hello, Oscar. Dano's there.
And here's me in.
There's Althea, Baggio. Well, this is getting interesting. So now, talk to me. If you're in my chat room,
Which one?
is it at the same time, Harry? Or is there a time lag between the two? There's seconds? I'm going to make this even more fun now. I'm going to turn on sounds here so you can hear all kinds of sounds. You can hear you guys typing to me. Turn on sounds. Yes, you'll probably have to turn off the sound somewhere. But this is cool because now everyone's hearing everything. And it didn't take us so long. Thanks for your help, Dano. Appreciate you. I'm surprised you want to hear me once, Franco. Why would you want to hear me twice? It's like having two wives. Who needs the first one? You'll have two. What's taking so long? Yes, that's one thing you can count on with me. It's very rare occasion you would find me not telling the truth. Depends on if you're donning a judge's outfit and I did something wrong to begin with. Then you'll find me lying through my teeth. If it matters to not go to jail, I'm a liar. But if I'm standing in front of a camera, you can count on me telling you the truth. Says slow mode is on. Uh-huh, I see what you're saying. What does that mean? Oh, so that it can't move too quickly. So are there settings there I can mess with? I don't want to touch that. It's going to make things get weird. Welcome to chat. Guard your privacy. Learn more. I don't want to learn more about that right now. This is emojis. I don't care. If I restore the chat, maybe there's something over here I can do. So slow mode is on, huh? Let's go into settings and see if there's... a way to get rid of that one. If I lose you guys, I promise I'll set it up again. Slow mode is on. I gotta be honest, I don't even know where I found settings. It was advanced settings, wherever they were. Oh, here they are. Enable slow mode. No. Limit chat post to... Oh, I could change the seconds. It doesn't matter. I'll make it faster. Every 2 seconds. Selection. Should I be entertainment? I guess I should be. Instead of education. Yeah. Instead of education, I'm gonna be entertainment. Allow comments, yes. Enable DVR, no. Normal latency, low latency, ultra low latency. How about no latency? Can we do that? Stream optimizations. Normal latency is best. Oh, you can't check those, huh? Added delay. Ew, some of that stuff they won't let you get in here. No, some of it I can't get in there. That's all right. Let me save those changes and see what that does. So now we should... Now it says slow mode, send a message every 2 seconds. And let's go to every 1 second. Now it should change that once I hit save. So now you can send a message every second. See how that works. Want to test the YouTube chat room for me now and tell me if it's how fast we can type? Type again really quick. So out there, try to type, hit enter, try to type, hit enter, see what it does for you. You can type that quickly, it goes right in? All right, so this is good. I could slow it down.
Hey, now it's telling me you have been sending too many messages. Take a break.
Oh, but it won't stop you, though.
It won't stop me.
All right, it's just giving you... All right, cool. So I could slow it down. This is cool. What else can I do here?
I don't know.
What else can I do in these settings? Advanced settings, basic info, monetization. Yeah, baby, I want money. No, that doesn't work. It's ads. Oh, well, with the monetization. Guess I'll have to do this one for free, too.
Move your camera back on.
What are you talking about? Move my camera back on. Dano? Explain to me, son. Yeah, I see I can also block and ban. I like all those features. That's cool. I'll use that dramatically. You know me, I run my shop. This is my home, so anybody who types anything I don't like, I just boot them or delete their messages out. I waste no time with that. I'm a tyrant when I run a room. So don't let that bother you, kids, but that's the way it works. Move the chat. Move this chat and put other camera back on. Well, I can't. That'll create another live stream. Well, you never know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 2-minute warning. Oh. Let's, maybe you're right, Dano. So you're telling me to shut the chat room screen and turn on the YouTube screen, the YouTube camera. Is that what you're asking me to do? Webcam main. That's activated. Cancel that. Hello, sir. Explain to me. can turn the sounds on for babies. Something else the chat room had. And we turn off sound. Yeah, how do I turn off sound? Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Do you hear any audio coming from YouTube? So YouTube's picking up my audio right now. And yes, you can hear me. All right. All right. So I get this done for now. If I can remember how to do this again tomorrow. Monday. Well, I'll practice over the weekend. Sunday I'll practice. Yeah, I'll do that now. Um, for me, if you could see what I'm looking at, I've got to keep all of this on the right screen. I've got a chat room. I've got another chat room, right? So I've got the YouTube chat room. I've got my regular chat room. I've got a camera. I've got a copy of what you guys are looking at. And then I've got to be able to make sure nothing gets pulled on that screen that shouldn't. And I got to be able to watch it all at the same time so I can see what I'm doing in the camera. Pretty cool, huh? Move it over. That's just what I have planned. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, plus, I already checked all of that before I started this, so I pulled off anything I wouldn't want to show. So no matter what chart I pull up, it's going to be safe. All right, very cool, man. I'll keep experimenting if you find out more things. If I have any more ideas, please tell me about them. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I don't know where Lisa is, but Valio's outside.
Oh boy, where are the dogs? I
They're
gotta
in
put
the
them.
front.
So they gotta come inside now.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. Yes. If you can remember when Tony gets here to tell me to do that, because I've got such a laundry list, I don't know. I don't know where I'll put that, but yeah, he's here to take care of all those suggestions. One last thing I didn't mention to you. Did you know that if you log out of my site, which I'm going to have it changed so when you're logged in you can do this too, but if you log out of my site right now, you can go view the YouTube right at my site without ever leaving. There's a page on the site, so let's say I'm going to log out for myself and just show it to you. And I could give you the link in the room too once I get there. So log out. Now that I'm logged out, under features it says YouTube Live. If I click it, I'll be viewing myself on a page in my own site on YouTube Live. So let me give you this link. Click this and tell me if it works for you. You can full screen it too. All I gotta do is find that chat room now. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna the message. Oh, you're not in the regular chat room. Oh, so are you still in my chat room right now? Oh, okay. You could stay in the Omni chat room. When I said log out, you didn't have to. I meant log out of my site itself. So you know how you have the site in the background for flash updates? If you log out of that, it'll give you more menus. There's a lot more things to do when you're logged out of my site than there are when you're in the site, actually. All right, so let me send you this quick link. Tell me if this actually works, because it should be working, where if you're at my site, you never have to leave, you never have to go to YouTube. You click that link, and you can watch it right there. Oh, no, you can make it full screen. You can pull it out. Well, I'm just saying. I don't know what else it can do, but if you want to look at that and tell me if you that page needs any improvements, that's something else we can do while Tony's here. Gotcha, that needs to be made bigger. Gotcha. All right, yeah. If you can, just if you want to put together a little blurb on what needs to be done on that page, I'll make sure I have a nice laundry list for Tony when he gets here. That's he's actually coming for like 14 straight days purposely to make sure we clean up any of these little things I've been asking for. Yeah, I mean, I know it is set up. I just got to test it out. It should be set up the same way as this. I kind of mimicked what I did here inside. Got that right. Thank you, sir. All right. Cheers. Oh, shoot. I've got gardeners waiting outside this whole time I've been on the phone. I'm sorry. Be right back, kids. Jesus, I forgot they were out there. All right, gotta mute lots of stuff now. This has to get muted. This has to get muted. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Do we have audio? Testing 1, 2. Wish I'd seen that audio bar move a little. It would help me know we have audio. All right, so just to let me know, is audio working in both YouTube? Thank you. All right, so I think this is a buy right here. I think this dip, wherever it dips down to, it just traded 60. Bet you it's a buy for the afternoon. Thank you, Joseph. I'd hate, I could make it official. I mean, I just hate to pull an official, being that we had a neutral Omni. But as a room trade, I think you can buy this. Let's look at some numbers. I would keep risk low. 10, 12 points. I wouldn't risk a lot. Maybe a little bit more. Yesterday's broadcast was better and louder, huh? I can make a change there. I'll bet you it's here. Broadcast is louder. How about now? Is that louder? Testing 1, 2. That should be louder. I just turned up the audio for YouTube. No louder? Interesting. How's it sound on your end, Althea? Do you have headphones you can plug in?
Not in my computer.
Why don't you just grab the headphones over there and plug them in?
I don't have any speakers that are plugged in. Oh, maybe I can.
Grab those headphones. You see where your speakers plug in? Unplug your speakers, throw the headphones in. Dan, you say the sound is good? So, Tan, maybe it's you. You know what you might want to do, Tan? A lot of times I find, because I've been running this chat room for 12, 13 years, when people have trouble on their side, I have them clear their cache and cookies and come back, and usually it cleans up their troubles. Because most of the people in the room are saying that it sounds good.
Yeah, I can hear you on YouTube.
Say it again.
I can hear you.
It sounds clear, loud, no problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little lag.
All right, so, markets have, let's do it this way. Let's go see what the markets have done. I don't know what this is going to look like on your end, so we'll just pull it up and see. All right, so I have a camera over this chart, right? Well, it's not in a bad spot. I guess I can leave it there. So if you're looking right here, in last night's video, I said, you know what, let's forget about the bearishness. If you watched last night's video, I said, let's forget about the bearishness right here. So what we'll do is we'll make this nice and thin. So instead of this being a really thick area, the way I show it to you in the way I showed it to you on the other charts, I said, you know what, let's get rid of that. Let's make it thin so it's not scary. And let's throw this channel on here, because simply I just connected this bottom low to that low, and it seems to be, it connects to all these highs. All right, channel. And it's at basically the lower end of the caution area and above the 50 bar moving average. So I thought, well, you know what? let's just look at it like maybe we're in a nice channel and we'll hold and rally from there. And so far, it's exactly what happened, because when I showed this to you in last night's video, it looked like that. Today's bar didn't exist. We add today's bar in, and it's exactly what happened. It held right there at the bottom of the channel. It's pretty interesting, right? Now, does everyone see a chart? Can you see what I'm showing you? I can enlarge if necessary, if that helps. YouTube, can you see a chart right now? Alrighty then. Can you see a chart right now, Alfie? Thank you. Oh, I have to remember, there's a delay. They don't hear me for 8 to 10 seconds. All right, so being that we have that, you also have a little weird, let's remove that one. There's a little weird thing going on here now. Something may be happening like this if we extend both sides. You know what? And then you go like this and pull it in nice and close. There's something going on here, right? You can do it a lot of ways. I like this one better. And then, of course, we can always call it a continuation of the F flag that's been going on for quite some time, which basically falls right in here. So if we want to call that a continuation of the F flag, you make it a little thicker. You know what I mean? Just pretend that this is a flagpole right here. Nothing in technical analysis is actual. That's the thing about technical analysis. It's all visual. It's what you think you see that you hope the rest of the world is looking at the same time. So it looks like this, we got back into that, or now we just expand it. So now I would say we just take it and move it lower. Leave this one where it is, and the F flag has simply expanded. And that's where we are now. So take it either way, at least it's a bullish day. We can take it this way or that way. Either way, we're getting a nice bullish day out of this. Let's go to a different chart and see if we can find the NASDAQ sitting around here somewhere. Maybe it's like here. Oh, I got you here. Let's go look here at a couple of charts. Same chart in last night's video. Remember we talked about the resistance line and that we got back above that resistance line? And we are clearly now above the resistance line, which comes in right here. And it's rallied pretty smartly. So, you know, and above, once again, above the 50 ball moving average. Now, I don't want to scare anybody, but you do have this coming soon. You do have this coming soon. That's the 200, but it's all the way up here. So for now, we're not going to worry about it. There's a long way to go before we have to worry about that doing what it did here. And kind of here. But we're not going to worry about that at the moment. For now, we're going to look at the other charts and see what we think. Once again, same chart in last night's video. If you remove what's scary, sorry about the gardeners outside, but it is what it is, kids. You remove what's scary, and of course you had your little double top thing take place. Top one, top two. We called it a bad development. The market did drop. But since it's held, it's maintained, and it's back in our caution area. Of course, simple analysis would tell us you need to get above this. Let's make it green. Simple analysis tells us you need to easily get above this high. Let's do it like this. You need to get above this high before you can really start to smile, right? That would take us above this and above that and give us room to really expect more. And then, of course, you have to go up here and see what happens up here. So we can think slightly happy, but this bar didn't happen, don't forget. That didn't happen yet. We're here in the caution area, which you can move up a little higher. If you want, you can take it right to there. So you're still in the caution area, and that's in your transportation average. Dow Jones Industrial Average, same chart in last night's video, but look where we are now. Look at that. Let me make that a little, let me expand on that a little for you. Look where we are now. So the high goes across this red line. This would have been considered that double topish area where we dipped down from. The high, we are now slightly, ever so slightly above that high. So bravo for that, but you've got the 200, you've got the resistance line. Let's come back now. Reality, back to reality, kids. A lot of hurdles here. You see this red line, right? It seems to matter. Matters. Will it matter here with the 200 bar? It certainly should, but we'll see. Maybe that'll send us off to the stratosphere. But there's a lot of hurdles here for us to worry about. But we are above the 50. We're getting above the caution area, and the 200 is up next. So thank you, Dow. Looks pretty good so far. And the Russell, Russell still in the zone here. It's not out of it yet. But it's doing better. It's above the 50. So maybe the what was reason to be nimble turned into a bad development. Maybe all of that goes away and we can start to move higher. We'll see. We'll take it one day at a time. What you do have here, which is kind of nice, is not quite a channel, but some sort of thing going on, right? You know, some sort of support thing, channel type thing going on. But of course, it should look that way. You're looking at the Russell, and the even the S&P looks the same way. So just thought I'd point out that there is some light at the end of the tunnel here if we can keep moving higher. I think we've covered the indices here, right? Russell, NASDAQ, E-mini, tranny, Dow. So I don't really think that there's a need to look at anything else yet. Well, maybe this one. Oh, I guess it's not drawn up as it was. This is crude. And crude looks very much like everything else I've shown you. In last night's video, I had a very pretty crude chart drawn up. But, you know, it had the same thing here. You had your caution area. You're in the caution area. You're above the 50 bar moving. This is crude oil. Looks very much like the E-mini S&P right now. Gold, just as of today, looks way bullish. I mean, last night it looked like we were going to have a down day. As of today, well, maybe we'll see if I can find a chart that's not too drawn on. So here's crude, basically same, in my opinion, same as ES. Do we have a gold chart? Well, I know I have a weekly gold chart. It's like this one maybe? No, maybe it's this one. There we go. On the weekly, obviously that will turn out to be a bull flag, just a matter of time. But weeklies take a long time to mature and turn into something. I would say as of today, you can almost get ready to call that thing a flag, right? Wouldn't you think that looks like a flag, kids? Turn this red. So on the weekly, which of course I've had my eye on this for a while, but the weeklies take a long time to develop. You've got some kind of a flag here. bullish, if you ask me. On a daily, let's go see if we've got a daily gold somewhere. Maybe here. All right. On the daily, take today's bar out of there, and basically was building a little mini bear flag. And I had a red Omni, so I thought, well, might as well give this one a whirl and see what's going to happen. And I don't know if any of you guys know how to spot flags before they get too far and get out of your way, but if you ask me, that was a flag right there. And I have a flag. No, we're not. And J would be next. So if you ask me, that was a bear flag. And today, and that's what happened. Whoops. Sorry, kids. But you might have recognized I was only selling at the top area of the flag and hoping that it would come back down. So that was our trade, you know what I mean? Omni said you could sell. I was selling up here at the top area of the flag. It broke out and stopped us out. So my bad on today's trade, but it was of sound mind and body before today happened. Is what it is. I have no excuse. Trade didn't work. Bear flag gone bad. Omni wrong. That's that. And is there anything else that's really nothing important going on at the moment that I can see? Well, except for that crazy palladium chart. Jeez. Look what happened here. I mean, it didn't go far, and I expect it to build a shoulder, as we talked about. But the moves as it builds they're enormous. So I'm expecting a shoulder to build, because if you take away that silly umbrella and you just put a shoulder head shoulder here, you know, okay, so we expect that shoulder to build. That was expected, but look at how big of a day. I mean, come on. Good thing we're not trading that, huh? What's the range here? This is today's range, look. It is 1269 to 1322 in a day. Go Palladium. Sick, right? Anyhow, these are the charts I was using in last night's video. I thought I would just share them with you again, see where we stood. Oh, wait, isn't there one more? Wait a minute. We had one more chart somewhere. It had... dominoes. Da-da-da-da. So last night, we had a chart that looked like this. Dominoes in the video. And now, dominoes looks like this. That's today added in. Today. Here, yep, sure did. It opened, filled its gap, and went straight up. Nice call, girl. You go for paying attention. All right, you go, girl. We got somebody learning here. So this is why I pointed out the possible breakout, and the S&P happens to agree because it took us higher, and there you have it. Go dominoes, huh? Crazy for me to find that of all stocks. Who would have cared about dominoes? But obviously a lot of people do. Look at that. Anyhow, that is what I wanted to show you, cats. Fish on land, that is my plan to do these on a regular basis. The interesting thing is that the YouTube chat room with 40 people or 150 people is way more active than my actual chat room lately, which is kind of odd. So maybe you guys are, I think half of you are going into the YouTube chat room and we're all speaking in one spot. I think that's what's going on there, which is all right. As long as I can get us all together somewhere. Wind breaking out? We can look. S&P holding so far. You want to give me a... It's like impossible to... I have to mute several things, so I'll just type it to you. Give me a... Alright, so where was I? Back to this chat room so I can see it. Well, fish on land, now you're talking my language, buddy. Exactly where would I put that link? Because that's the way to do this. Two chat rooms, slightly difficult. You know what, though? Asking people to move over to another chat room, sometimes you get no response. Having a chat room there, the moment they show up at YouTube, they participate. But I could try to say, you know, if you'd like to chat live, flip over to here. The other thing is the audio video is cleaner on YouTube than it is in my chat room. For whatever reason, whatever. It just is what it is. But I like the idea. I just lost my chat room. Did you lose yours? Wow. I just lost the chat room, my main one. Yeah, Mike, I think it's better here too. Is it Mika or Micah? That's Mika, I would think, right? Put some boxing on, huh? You trying to get rid of me, Joe? I wonder if I get in trouble for using my own charts. You know what I should do? I should contact YouTube and copyright myself. Hey, I saw Oscar using Oscar's charts. I want to do something about this. I want him banned. You know, today's day 110. Give me a little time to figure out how this is best suited. You must understand, this chat room is open to any lunatic that wants to come in. My chat room isn't. I've got full control over my personal chat room. So if it starts to get flooded with people advertising and fighting with me, I don't need a YouTube chat room. I've got a chat room where my Omniacs get, where we hang out with each other. Thank you, Janty. Very, very, very much appreciated. Holland, huh? I actually have Netherlands, especially, where Helgi comes from. You know, a lot of people there. It's pretty cool. Why am I in caps? Sorry about the caps. I have a moderator right here, and she's tougher than me. You know, Fish, you'll find me pretty efficient at booting nut jobs. Doesn't take me long. You get under my skin like that, you're gone. I got to sit here and trade all day. So anyone under my skin, I just boot. My house, not theirs, you know what I mean? Don't like it? Go next door, pal. This is basically my take on people that come in and are disruptive. Are we still in a neutral? I would think not. Yeah, no, I got you, Joe. There's three dots next to your name. If I want to boot you right now, you're done. And I do hail from Italy, you know. I know all about the boot, I promise you. 2663. So what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. They just talked about the government opening up again. Is that like true? Are we open? Is that like hurrah, hurrah? Government's open. They can't release any reports because it's too late of the crap that was building up this week that they didn't release. There's nothing to stop this from rallying today, except for the caution area, of course. I get paid on YouTube. That would be nice, but I don't know how to monetize that one. I play music. I'm not allowed. Every time I play a song, they make sure I'm not allowed to monetize that entire video. And I play music every day, so that won't be happening for me. But you guys get to hang out with me and hear the music, so it's all good. Well, you know what? I would have thought 5 million views counts for something, but it doesn't, so, you know. When I look at the monetization, I'd be up several $100. Great. My dogs eat more than that in food in a week. The only way for me to make any money on sitting here doing all of this is to be right, because not being right puts us all out of business, and to have you cats join my site and join my service and help me run my business. You know what I'm saying? But monetizing the YouTube videos, you need tens of millions of hits to make any money doing that. You need to go viral somehow. Escondido. Mavdasco. You done? Thank you. Platinum we didn't look at, but I want to go look at platinum myself. Just one. Yeah. Platinum's not doing anything yet. Dead in the water. Well, this is a pretty decent setup. I like the way, I don't know on your end if it's cool, but from what I can see, you guys are looking at a camera and a quote board, and anytime I want to pull up a chart, you guys get to see that, right? There's a dollar button. How does it work, Cheap Trick? Show support. I don't know. I'm going to click on it and see what happens. Show support. Close. I don't know what it does. What happens if you click on it? For me, it's different because I'm on the admin side. Transport's lagging. You know, it's up 86 today, so, I mean, yes, but it's up at least. All right, so I don't know how many people are actually watching the YouTube at the moment. I'm not really sure how to tell. But question for if you are watching YouTube, is this cool? I mean, I don't know what to show you on your end to make it interesting and show you what I do all day. Is it interesting and cool seeing it like this? Oh, wow. You can send me money, Dan? Okay. Sorry, but I just found out. Click that button below. This is all true, I promise. An update of charts every hour would be good. If you're a nut, maybe. Why would you do that to yourself for? So, anyway, well, you know what, Joseph? As far as hearing somebody live besides the talking heads on CNBC, I promise you, not only could I sit and match wits with those numbnuts, I've got way more trading why markets work together, what should happen if this happens, why the Fed does what it does. I have way more knowledge than most of those people you'll ever see on TV. They don't know. They do basically. They research stuff on Google and they get on television about that topic, you know, the day of the topic. You swear, Daniel, you're going to help? Hey, Cheap Trick, all right. You know what? That goes towards my dialysis machine. Thank you, Cheap Trick. Love you, baby. How do I collect this money?
You got $1.99 so far.
You know what? You want to research that? So, 2 livers, 1 kidney, I get $1. I thought you guys loved me. Ah, the world's not the way it used to be. You click the dollar button and add your card to Google Pay. Not when I click it. When I click it, here's what happens. If I click this, it says either super chat, send a heightened message, or close. That's all I get to do. It doesn't do anything for me. I worked. Why would I pay myself? Well, someone's got to pay me. No one else does. Well, that's not true. Cheap Chick gave me $1. Thank you, Cheap Trick. Thank you, sir. I don't get paid in any other way, I swear to you. You should see my bills. I work every single day to make sure everybody gets their stuff. Doesn't cover the bills, but I swear I try hard. Hello. What's up, man? Say it again. Testing 1 2. We should be unmuted. And testing 1 2. We should be unmuted in the Vegas cam as well. All right. So. So, you know what? New highs into Russ. Let's go, baby. Take us home. Oh, boy. It's getting exciting now. Oh, there he goes. He figured it out. How do I answer this? Now, check this out. I didn't answer the phone. I lifted it up, and that was it. That's all I needed to do. We were both live.
This is Google Duo. It's not even through my cell phone.
What if I was in the middle of eating my dog's food out of his bowl, which I don't like people to see? Then what?
You made money yesterday. You won't be eating this food. You should be up a couple points on your room trade too. So.
Yeah, that's going well. Well, Russ just made a new high, so I'm assuming S&P will try for its highs too.
All right, let me see if I can figure it here. See, there we go. Can you see it good, or is it crappy?
Okay, that's what you guys are seeing.
Right.
I've got I actually have a version of that. My OBS shows me that exact same screen.
Right. See, this is kind of wide for me because usually I'll have it like down like this.
Oh.
I'll have the old chat room on one side.
Check it out.
Over here.
Go back to that chat room. Well, swing the camera now. Not mine. Go to the YouTube chat room.
I don't have a YouTube.
You just
chat
showed
room
it to
on
me.
here.
You just showed it to me. That.
Oh, it's down here.
Pop it out. Go to the right of the chat room, top right of the chat room, and hit pop out. There should be 3 dots. There you go. Now you can put that anywhere you want.
Okay. Cool.
How cool is that?
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, because see, I don't like that screen to go all the way across, and now I can see both of them. That's cool. Because before it was like way down in Nebraska, and I couldn't find it. So there you go.
So yeah, that works. And now you can make your screen smaller, so it just goes around my quote board, and it gives you more space.
Right, so here I can go like this. There's that super chat thing in.
Okay.
I click on it, and here's where I can send this.
Oh wow.
So
It defaults to $10, huh?
Well, I could change it down to, your...
Right, but it defaulted to 10. It came up at 10.
Right, I
Pretty
can give
cool.
you my 2 cents.
I think you just did. Thank you.
Anyways, that's how it gets there. How you get it on the
Very cool. All right, so I can see now. At least I know that what I'm looking at is basically what you guys can see as well.
Right, right. I mean, if I go full screen on this, oh, are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. You paused on my side. If I go full screen, this is all I see. That's it.
Got it.
All right.
Very cool, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
See you, brother.
All right, bye.
You're gonna figure out how to hang this up.
Yeah, I was looking for the same thing. How was the call quality? Good, thank you. Install? No thanks. That was cool.
The room trade was long at 61 to 60, right? Al?
Yeah, we were right around there when I just didn't want to send out an official Omni, being that I called a neutral in the video. Would have been confusing, I think, to some people.
I was asking. In your room.
In my room, Oz, what do you got, buddy? What's the room trade? Ah. Hey, Vader, what's going on? Nice to see you, man. Wow, Vader's been around forever. You've been hanging around since like 2007, 8, right? Somewhere around there, Vader? If you're the same Vader. New high Russell. New low dollar. No, I kind of Jesse Livermore, yes. DeMarc. Let's see. I studied with Stottlemyre. I studied with, of course, of all people, John Murphy. I studied with Mark Kaplan. I've studied with some of the biggest guys. I mean, I got blessed. When I showed up in the world of analysis, it was still considered voodoo, and there were a handful of pros. Everybody else thought it was insanity. I was blessed by the guys who turned out to be great at it, turned out to be my mentors. So I got really lucky. I know a lot of those guys. I know, remember C&D, Mark Richard, C&D Commodities, the Turtles? I knew the whole crowd. I mean, not personally, all of them, but went to Chicago, met them many times, knew of Mark Dennis, I was there at the right time. I remember when Pete Stottlemyre, I said to him, this is so confusing. This is ridiculous with these marking periods. But it was worked out to be a lot better when the exchanges started forcing us to go into our own marking periods, A, B, C, D, E, F, until the day closed. Every half an hour was another marking period. And that sort of worked really well with Stottlemyre's theory of accumulation and distribution. This goes on forever. I have a room full of books that I've studied through and programs I've helped write or took the programs and did beta testing until we finally had a product that was worthy of putting out. I'm talking from TradeStation to what you're looking at on my screen right here, Metastock. I've helped just about anybody who's got a program out today that started in the 90s when this all began. Somehow or another, I've probably worked with them in some way. I got really blessed. Robert Slade's First Alert. I even worked with people that used to run OS2 operating systems. And in the late 80s, early 90s, we already had multitasking machines that Windows didn't even figure out how to do yet on the Windows side, but they gave us OS2 to work with. Robert Slade, there's just so many. The list goes on forever. I've been blessed. I've worked with a lot of good people. Forget about the guys on the trading floor that taught me those. Had to take the technical analysis that they didn't believe in and turn it into trading. In a sentence, because buying breakouts or selling breakouts is an old-fashioned way to trade. I know him as well. Rick is about this tall. Well, if you can see in the camera, Rick's about this tall if he's standing next to you. You have to reach down and pet him like a puppy. Hi, Rick. How you doing, buddy? Got to pet him on top of his head. But he's a good guy. New high in British pound and the euro, and the dollar is just getting slammed into new lows. Rick's a fundamental guy, Tan, but the problem with Rick is he's still talking about how the Fed is going to be wrong in 2009. He's still harping on the Fed's wrong, and, you know, liked him a lot, but when he thought the Fed was wrong, I thought he was an idiot. When he continued to harp on the Fed being wrong, I knew now he's a guy who's too embarrassed to admit the truth. And 11 years later, he still talks about the Fed did the wrong thing. You know, every now and then you got to give up the fight. Fights Fed, talks about the Fed being the worst thing in the world. What would you have done for us, Rick, during 2009 and 10? What would you have done without the Fed, sir? That great car you drive and all those wonderful cigarettes you can afford to smoke, you wouldn't have been able to afford them if the Fed didn't do something. The guy's out of his mind. He used to be smart. He used to be a good guy. I think he lost his mind when we had our 2008 crash. So it's one thing to make a call and it doesn't work out and to hold on to that thought until you're absolutely wrong. But to watch 11 years go in the opposite direction and still stand on his head that he's got it right, you know, it's a little touched. Sorry to hear it. Sorry. Rick, if you hear this, love you to death, buddy, but you got to let go of the Fed being wrong. You got to move on with the future, kid. So what's all of this stand for? 0 is open. H, high. L, low. Simple stuff, right? T is close. Then this tells you if it's up or down by how many. So last price. T is last price. This is net change, up or down. Then there are heat meters. If there's more buying than selling, it's green. If there's more selling than buying, it's red. This thing does all kinds of insane. I can have a chart in a glance. I could just click and go, trade, boom. Or I could click here and find out anything I want about this. Or pull up a chart or anything, daily, weekly. I mean, this is, and I could trade right off the chart. Enable trading on the chart with one click, and then I could click here and trade right there. It's a pretty cool system. Oh, I should not have closed that window. I need that chart back. There's got to be an undo. Ah, yes. That chart's got all kinds of good stuff saved on it. Oh, interesting. John, what makes me focus on the one I actually trade? You know what I'm focusing on right now, to be honest with you? Everything that you see, including the stuff down here that I'm not showing you because I glance around at it all day. I'm looking at everything. You have. I look at all this stuff. It all makes sense to me. Did you hear the news?
Just type it
By
in.
7, please.
Okay, got it.
Drop it by 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that right, Seth. You know why? I mean, oh, what time is it? 3:30. It's exactly where I was hoping we would have bought it the first time instead of 60, 58. So it's still in the same spot. Does anyone remember? Because 50, 70 the other day was a big problem for us. So buying it down to 58 makes sense right now. Well, did when I looked at it. Should we fall in love with the upside? Not yet. Did you see the charts I showed before? Hey, did you see the charts I showed before, Tan? Are there concerns about liquidity? Oh my God, yeah. It's worse now than I've ever seen it ever. There is no liquidity. When it goes down, I mean, you saw what happened, right? When it goes down, I mean, we went from 2860 to 2316 in days. Just days. The only liquidity is on the same side. Everybody's doing the same thing. Sell, sell, sell. On the buy side, everybody does the same thing. Buy, buy, buy. So, yeah, it is a serious liquidity problem. Now, bankers over the last couple of years have been creating more liquidity. I mean, there are much more market makers now than there were. But a lot of it is HFT style market making. They're not really making liquidity like they used to, but they are creating a vehicle to get trades in and out. But yes, in a word, absolutely. You got to watch that. When we have a bear market, it won't last very long because of the lack of liquidity. Um, the lack of liquidity is also a function. You must recognize it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. This lack of, if you will, lack of liquidity. You must understand, since 2008 or 9 till now, who's not in? Who's left not in? I mean, who's left out there that's got their entire portfolio and didn't bother getting into the market yet? So where's the liquidity? Well, how much buying is there left to do when the markets come down? You know what I'm saying? How much buying is there to do when the markets come down if most of the liquidity has already been purchased? So there is that. You know what I mean? There is that. A lot of the money's in now. If we start to go down, there's only one thing you can do, and that's remove money or sell short. Yes, I agree. I agree that that's true. But there's a difference between liquidity in monetary liquidity and liquidity in a market. Market liquidity is how many shares are there available for people to panic in and out of during moments of panic. That's different than a federal government, if you will, or a central bank adding liquidity, adding currency to a market, or withdrawing currency to a market, or increasing interest rates or lowering interest rates, or pulling more than that. You can pull several different handles at the Fed, but that's different than market liquidity. Market liquidity are other people, other banks who trade. Good night, Dano. Thank you for your help, brother.
This room is Oscar's personal chat room on the site, YouTube Live is social streaming. Does that sound right?
Say it again.
This room is Oscar's personal chat on the site, and YouTube is Live is social streaming.
That's correct. That's my private club. Well, as far as that's concerned, Seth, I have a rule. A market will go wherever it was destined to go, no matter how grand or large the scale of, what do we call it now? Used to be called intervention. I don't know what you call it now. No matter how large the scale of intervention is, that was a rule of mine until 2008. My entire career, from 1982 to 2008, I had a rule. The market will always go where it planned on going, no matter how big the intervention is, until 2008. Now, it is proven to me that I am absolutely incorrect about that, because the Fed intervened for so long that the market will go where the Fed tells it to go. It's a new rule. It's a rule I never had in my toolbox before. But if the Fed does want to intervene, they can get a market to go wherever they please. They've proven that to me. They never used to be able to do that. 2008 gave them the strength they needed to do that. I'm just keeping the stocks in mind. We've seen the S&P come off a little, but does that mean stocks did as well? No, you're still looking pretty good in Domino's. It's kind of right near its highs. Didn't come off very far. Nice rally today so far. Let's call on. Cold? That was a mess. That was just ugly. This was a much better call. Cheap Trick, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate the love. Never, ever, ever. Lower that a little bit. Thank you. See a little bald Jewish man, curly hair, short, not completely bald, balding in the front of his head, glasses. Is that Ben Lichtenstein? Lichtenstein? I can remember a Ben, just not sure if that's his last name, from way back. Make a picture of face, though. Can Zellman here? Zleeman? Lehman, can you hear the audio? I've got audio broadcasting both in YouTube and in my private chat room. So, yes, I think I know Ben. I remember. That was for Lehman, and Lehman can hear me as well. Very cool. Thank you. Okay, so both chat rooms. This is fantastic. This technology is out of control. So it sounds like to me a petrified tree is moving in the background. Is that what's going on right now?
Yes.
Chuck the petrified tree. He's jabber-jawing for us. All the great stuff that he just did for the 800,000 people. Not that I like him or dislike him, but I think in the last 5 years he looks like a petrified tree to me. It looks like he's already been embalmed, but he's not dead. I don't know what happened to him. Just looks embalmed to me. I don't know. Maybe it's me. What's my call in oil prices the next couple of weeks, JJ? Same. Once oil gets past the same spot, caution area that NQ, Russell, and everybody else is in. Khashoggi, I don't know that name. Khashoggi? No, I don't know that name. Intel Core. I can look for you. That's INT, right? Is that INT? I believe it is, right? I've looked it up enough times in my life. INTC. Oof. Well, you know what? This is what. All right, so look, you can see what happened here. You don't need anybody to tell you what happened here. This is what I'm worried about when the E-mini gets back up there. It's a 200 ball moving average. It has been a thorn in this market side. Look at it. Look what happens when it gets below it for the first time. It tries to get above. Miserable. 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 You don't really need a genius to tell you what happened there, buddy. Good thing I'm not a genius. I could explain it to you. This is Intel. I make it look easy. I've never, well, yeah, there was once I had an easy trade once, and it lost. I've never had an easy trade before. If you can find one for me, I would really be grateful. Actually, this is true. The new price, as prices go up. Anakai, very cool. In my chat room on my website, which it runs live at all times. Anakai says, Oscar, I have to say I am so happy to have found your site. I am a pretty good swing trader of 25 years doing this, but it's only recently I've started to day trade the ES. And in the past week, you have made me enough profit to pay for your monthly subscription for the entire year. How about that, huh? I feel the love, brother. I hope I could do that for you every day for the rest of my life. All right. My answer to that is this. Head down, nose to the grindstone, on to the next trade. Because if you took gold today, you would have hated me. That was completely wrong. Luckily, of all days, thank the Lord, we were getting in gold from 1280 to 1282 and a half with the stop at 1287 and a half, above 1287 and a half. That had to be the smallest gold stop I have seen in weeks, which is why I wasn't afraid to throw it out there. I thought if we're going to get hit on that, it's not a 20-point stop, you know what I mean? Those are bad when you get hit on one of those in gold. Today's volatility, you can't make stops up. You have to use the volatility previous to give you forward placing stop move, forward stop placement. So whatever the volatility was in the past, you can't ignore, right? You got to make your stops bigger and bigger. Thank the Lord, gold stop at least wasn't one of those big ones. Is it actually 4 o'clock already? Oh my God, this day's over? Oh, this week is over. I have to go see my daughter's science projects, science fairs today. It was so much fun constructing, which I believe, sad to say, it's going to be my last science project, unless somehow I have another kid I don't know about. If there's one at about 10 or 12, I'll have a few more science projects to do. Otherwise, my last science project, and boy, do I love science projects. Olivia got to do a bunch of them. Mikey did a bunch. Natalie did a bunch. But now, sadly, you know what? I think I should make the dogs do science projects. We'll have a dog class science project. I could help them. How to bury a bone sufficiently. How much moisture? How much moisture do you need in the soil to keep your bone still pliable for when you want to chew it again next month?
How deep do you bury it
How deep? What if it's raining? What if it's not raining? You know, if it's in sand or mud, gotta have rules. Have a nice weekend as well, Jer. 2661.75. So I didn't play music. This video will actually be allowed to stay out. Although the day's not over. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You know, I could see why Jerry. What is that, by the way? Jeroen. Jero, like Jerome. You can see why Jerome and Vader are so similar for me, right? Why I would just think immediately that V and J, they'd come right together. Jerome. Ah, gotcha. Very cool. One of my buddies is Helgi, Helgi. So, got to be honest with me. How many pairs of wooden shoes do you have? Just kidding. But I'm sure you've heard that enough. Pal, what's going on? I'm going to try to make it a daily thing, pal. Trying. Pal wanted to know how often will I go on YouTube Live. I'm going to try to make it a daily event. New lows dollar. What are they doing to our dollar? Come on now. What channel? What channel should we look at? Channel 14. Where's our dollar? That's the wrong dollar label because it's not a Z, is it? No.
No. X.
Yeah. We're at H19. Oof. What about nastiness, huh? Right at the 50. Goodbye.
Look at that pattern right there. It's the same freaking pattern.
This can't be right. This is not our dollar. This is not right. It's not right. This is not our dollar. That's our dollar. Yes, it is, huh? Jesus.
It's got the same pattern.
It looked so different last night with that big green bar going up, huh? That sure the hell does. It's the flavor of the year, it seems. Hey, don't be asking her to go home early.
I was in patrol, I was in patrol.
Are you kidding me? With 20 minutes left? Come on now. I'm a boss you think I am, pal.
Lots of stuff could be happening.
Basically, she knows how this works. As long as somehow I can breathe, I can stay here and just do this till I'm dead. She'll come in and wake me up eventually. What's that?
Oh, she's going to let Trump maybe do the State of the Union address.
Oh, why don't she just pick her casket? Would you just go casket shopping, lady?
Shit, I'm taking her with me.
You lay down somewhere and just stop talking.
Just throw her over the wall.
Nancy, just lay down somewhere. Do the big dirt nap for us, would you please?
Hey, lay down.
I'm not trying to pick sides here, but some things she just shouldn't say.
Or talk. Period.
Or breathe. Ta-da. Nothing broke out yet, though. We're all still stuck in the mud here, but at least it looks better than it did. And if we want wanted to look at something else all day, what would we look at? Nothing there. Nothing good there. Yeah, just seeing. They're not really going to be good for another few months, but I want to see what kind of patterns they're building in the winter. Boring as could be, huh? My goodness. Sugar's got some movement going on there. Death. Nothing but instant, pure death coming for coffee. It's gonna be 60 cents soon. That is cheap. Coffee cheap. Well, the coffee was getting cheap for a long time though.
Yeah, when Randy was running his truck, freaking coffee was $10.99.
Look at it now.
Yeah, I know.
It's cheap. All right.
It's almost under $100. What was that, 105? Yeah.
Cotton. Wow, the softs are just getting hammered. This is their time of year too.
Ding, 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 ding.
Are we close, Ed? Markets are closed. Copper on the highs, gold on the highs, silver on the highs. My goodness.
So you need to open yesterday's on.
New high copper. I do?
Yeah, 24.
Did I not open them when I put out last night's Omni? Huh. That's right. That's common exercise for me now. I try not to miss it. We won yesterday, right? Yesterday's Omnis were indices, crude, and gold. No, indices and crude only. Yeah, we made money yesterday. it should have opened up everything.
I have one more day after we got them all. The 16th of January. All the rest of them are open.
Gotcha. And that should take care of this. Mm-hmm. And you said the 16th, right? 16. Got it. Wow, 1303 and a half. Do you see what gold just did? Yeah, gold just broke out.
Did dollar hit another new low?
Dollar's getting slammed. Sorry, I didn't see that coming, kids. I mean, I did on a longer term chart. I didn't see it coming for today. New high copper, silver, platinum didn't make a new high yet. Palladium's just about there. Now it's up $42. The world is coming to an end, kids. The metals are starting to go. Not literally.
Drop those jackets off today.
Okie dokie. I don't think so. That was happening long before. Gold started right out of the chute yesterday. Of course, leaked info is leaked info. Who knows? So I wonder if this should be in here too, so people could see what we're saying to each other. Can you even read it? I wonder if I go like this, if you can read this. Oh yeah, you can read that, right? Jay, there's no reason for them to not give him the wall. It's the only reason why they're not giving him the wall is because they don't like him. It's got nothing to do with America. If it's good for us, if it's bad for us, Whether they can afford it, which they can, it's got nothing to do with any of that. It's just because they don't like the guy, so that's it. Whether it's going to benefit the country, benefit them, they could care less. This could be a bill where everyone in the world gets cured of cancer and they would absolutely refuse to give them the money for it. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't matter what it is. And when it comes to that point, I'm surprised we're not allowed to vote people out of office. When you have politicians that say, I refuse, and doesn't matter what the other side says or what they choose, I say no to anything they propose, that person we should be allowed to vote right out of office. Goodbye. Either do your job, like what's called negotiate and make laws, or get the hell out of the seat. This is not a personal endeavor here. You're not allowed to. Personal feelings mean I'm going to not do better for the country. I think it's ridiculous. That's what I think. We should be allowed to vote these people right out. Beat it. You know, if you're not willing to make a decision, you're not doing your job. Time to replace you. Make one. Say yes or no. Don't not make a decision. Okay. Select low latency and stream options, huh? Let's make sure we got that selected. I'm reading still. Low latency and stream options. Let's go down there and look. It won't let me enable. Ultra low latency is what I should be checking. It just doesn't allow me to. Huh. Uh-oh, did I just leave my live stream? Did I just shut off my live stream by some chance? By some chance? Oh, I see. I just gotta mute it. By some chance? Oh, this is different. I made a change by accident somehow. Beautiful thing. I just wanted to dig it on out. Today was a pretty good experiment with this YouTube stuff. YouTube Live worked well. Was able to work both chat rooms. Everybody got to see and hear. Charts were visible. Pretty cool. I would let. Thank you. Just in case. I always have alerts. No matter what I ask you for, believe it or not, I always have alerts somewhere.
There it is, there it is. Come on, come on, bitch.
That's about it.
That's okay. We'll take a little bit of that gold.
All right, kids, that's it for me today. I am done. Thank you all for showing up to my YouTube. Appreciate it. Please share the YouTube videos with the other social networkings out there. Share my videos. Subscribe. Help me out if you don't mind. I do really kind of need to find a bigger crowd, so anything you could do to help me with that would be my pleasure and much appreciated. I'll see you cats all Sunday night.